Hey guys, should be live. I am currently okay. Now I am. Now I'm in the classical shield arena. This is a 10-hour long tournament, which started just over an hour ago. I'm not going to play the whole thing, but I'll play at least a few classical games, and we'll see how long I can survive. I do want to thank everyone for all the support over the recent months and weeks. Almost been 1 year. But thanks everyone for helping me reach 3,000 followers. Um, anyway, let's get into this game. Let's play e4. Let's be aggressive. Hello, BX17. Toilet Noggin, good to see you. Nathan, thank you. Samsonite, Jennifer 2. Good to see you guys. So this guy has just over 10 seconds to move. Carol Khan. What do I play against Carol Khan? Probably the two knights attack with knight f3 and knight c3. This is an enjoyable opening to play. h6 with novelty. h6 is interesting because quite often people will play bishop f5, which is a mistake. But h6 might prepare bishop f5. It's being tricky with move order. I mean, the most logical move is just to develop like bishop c4. Yeah, let's play bishop c4. I mean, white has 3 minor pieces developed, and black has nothing developed. I just want a castle. Castle, rook e1, probably d4 at some point. Just to explain why bishop f5 was a mistake earlier, so now it's not a mistake, unless it is. There's a very specific way white can take advantage of it. So the standard move is knight g3. I'm very tempted here to play queen e2 with the hope of knight d7. I can't resist. Queen e2. Please play knight d7. After the game, if I remember, I'll show the bishop f5 immediately and show why it's a mistake. What is this room thing? What room thing are you talking about? Jacob Butley. Room thing. I'm not going to accept challenges unless somehow I fall apart in this tournament. But I'm gonna just continue the tournament as long as I can. So he plays e6. This is the best move. And now maybe I'll still play knight g3. Could also play d4. Let's play d4. There are some cases, like if he plays bishop e7, I might look to play knight g3, bishop h7, and knight h5, where g7 could be a target. There's some other ideas where I might want to castle queenside, like bishop f4, castling queenside, and then knight e5 and g4. There's a few different approaches for white. Got a message about joining rooms. I don't think I initiated the message. There is a sub-only room, which I don't know. I don't think is too active. But subscribers do get access to the subscriber-only room. So b5. That's a move. Maybe I'll play bishop d3. Or bishop b3. Let's play bishop b3. And keep the bishop on the board. Bishop d3 could have led to a lot of trades if he were to play knight f6. Max Villager, good to see you. Morning's good. My recent streams have been evening streams, but I decided to wake up in the morning to try and do a stream. Let's see how my morning chess compares with my evening chess. I don't want to commit to what side I'm castling. I'm going to play bishop to f4, because d6 is somewhat of a hole. Also, yes, Toilet Noggin is right. There will be sub-giveaways. But yeah, who's Eric? Who's Eric with a K? maybe that's autocorrect's fault. As far as I know, there will be subs given away at random points throughout the stream. Let's go for knight d6. Because now, okay, he has to take. I'll take back with the bishop. I'll have the bishop pair, and I'll have a monster bishop on d6. And then he can't castle. So I'm just controlling the dark squares. I mean, he has two legal moves here. Bishop take d6 and king e7. King e7, I just win f5. So this is 20 plus 10. Meaning this game could go beyond 40 minutes. Hopefully it doesn't. I'll move quicker. Who is this person? LOL Stirringu. You're early. You are early. Just started not too long ago. So ideally I would like to keep my bishop on this diagonal. The problem is, if I play this or this, it runs into a5. And that could be really annoying. So I think I have to let him castle. I'll just go back to f4 and enjoy my bishop pair. And there's actually an idea here, if he were to castle. Even if he doesn't castle, I have an idea of g4. Which looks crazy, but he can't take it. And when he retreats, I have some pawn break. Some eventual pawn break with g5. I will say that I have like a good number of like Russian and like European friends, and a lot of them will spell my name as E-R-I-K, which I had to get used to. But I think they did it intentionally, not not by accident. So if I play g5, he would play h5. So maybe I should play h4. I mean, okay, g5, h5. I'll start with h4. I'm being a bit ambitious because my opponent is low rated, but I feel like this is a perfectly fine way of playing. My king is completely safe. My rook wants to stay on one of these files. And I just want to break through at some point. Like, he can't really ever play knight f6 because then it gets hit with g5. Pedro Asensio, I'm doing well. Florida sounds really nice. In St. Louis, weather is hot here. Gray Foxy, thanks for the follow. I'm a bit disappointed. I did not identify who the 3000th follower was. Also, did he just hang a pawn? Bishop take e6. It opens e-file, so I don't know if I want to take it. Because bishop take e6, king h8. And he's threatening rook e8. So maybe I should just play g5 first. He can take and attack the bishop twice. I mean, f6, I can't imagine is a good move, but I have to be careful with how I deal with it. Because I could very easily get into trouble if I take on e6 right away. And g5 I don't think works. So, like, I'm thinking c3, bishop c2, but I want to keep the pressure on e6. I could probably just get away with winning a pawn. Bishop take e6, king h8, queenside castle, rook e8. And then I take on d7 or something. There's also a line. Okay, let's imagine g5, f take g5, bishop take e6, king h8, and then like bishop e5. It just seems too weird. I would like to be controlled. Okay, so the other candidate moves, I could castle queenside, I could play a4. Knight d2 could be interesting as well. Just remove the knight. Knight d2 actually makes a lot of sense. Knight d2. Because if he takes on d2, I might have queen take e6, king h8, king take d2. But then he has knight c5. Okay, so knight d2, knight take d2. I mean, maybe just king take d2, and then there's pressure on e6, or queen take d2. I'm attacking e6 and preparing g5. Let's go for that. Not the most exciting move, but I think it does the job. Hello, chess trainee. Good to see you back. The problem with black's position, one big problem this knight is just, it doesn't really have any squares. And this knight doesn't have much support. So I think he has to take. And then I have to decide, can I get away with taking e6? But the plan is to take with the queen. Also, King GM, thanks for the follow. I'm drinking my usual tea, Nathan. My usual mug. It's great tea. Egyptian licorice. It's like naturally sweet. It's probably my favorite tea, like out of all the tea on the planet. But I'm not sponsored by them, I just enjoy the tea. Queen a5 I did not see coming, but I mean, now taking on e6 looks even more attractive, because after king h8 I take here, and I'm preventing rook e8. Yeah, this just wins a piece. I'm threatening to take on c6. d2 is defended. If the e-file ever becomes dangerous, I have bishop e3 in many cases. Looks like a London where bishop was put on c5. I don't think there was a bishop on c5. There's a bishop on f4 though. Okay, I can take this. Continue winning material. And then, I mean, there's a few different moves I want to play. One move is c3. Another move is bishop take e4. So, this is nice. Another follow. I don't know what the name was. The followers are coming in too quickly. But thank you, everyone. Rook take d4. Okay. So if I take with the bishop on e4, he takes back. I don't lose my queen because I have bishop e3. But c3, I mean, attacks a rook. His knight is still attacked. Seems like a no-brainer. Actually, one thing I'm realizing here, he might actually have a very strong move. How much material am I up? I'm up a piece currently. I'm a little bit scared that he has a strong move here, which I'm not going to say. Even though he's probably not watching. Because I started the stream right when the game started, so the stream isn't detected. Yeah, he plays a strong move. That's why you can never get too relaxed. The issue is, when I take back and he takes, I have 3 pieces hanging. But I'll be up 2 pieces, so it shouldn't be a problem. It's just dealing with complications. I mean, one option is to play this counterattack. Like knight b3, knight take e2, knight take a5, knight take f4. Wait, that's equal material though. So I think I have to take. Carelessness. Maybe I can take and then just castle. And I'll be up a piece for a pawn. You can take either bishop. Because I have to save the rook. Castling seems most logical, even though I've expanded so dramatically on the king side. Knight b3 is also possible. But I feel like castling's the safest option. Now he has his choice which bishop to take. I'll be up a knight. Whichever bishop he takes, the other bishop will defend. So if he takes on c6, I'll play like bishop g3. And if he takes on f4, okay, I'll play bishop g3. Or wait, anything better? Bishop e3 is a move. Let's play bishop g3. Wait a minute, he's threatening bishop d3, but then I have queen e3. So bishop g3, bishop d3, queen e3. It should be okay. I have to be very careful here. Hey, Secretartist. Thanks for the sub. Whoa! Nathan with the sub gifts. Thanks, Nathan. So many people getting subs. I think a lot of subs will be given away this stream. At least that's my Metal Eagle. A lot of new names. Okay. I know there's questions in the chat, but I have to focus on the game first because the position's getting a bit messy. There's a couple options here to either play queen e3 or queen e7. It's hard to focus with so many subs, but I'm gonna try my best. So queen e3. Problem with this is actually, no, it leaves g4 undefended, but he can't take it. So queen e3, he would probably play rook here. And then the rook is attacked and my pawn is attacked. Okay, so queen e3, rook fd8, knight to f3, rook take g4, and then rook fd1. I think it's still okay there. Let's go for it. I also have a move like rook fc1, which I kind of forgot about, but this would attack the queen, defend the rook with tempo, and then maybe somehow I can defend the g4 pawn. So can his queen do any damage? I feel like he'll just play queen. But if he plays queen d7, then I play rook c7. Then he takes on g4, then knight f3. I would go for that. Play rook c1. Like, objectively, white should be much better here, extra knight. But the fact that my king side is weak, I feel like it's going to require some accuracy. Hello to more people. Hello, Yaswine. Rutifint. So many more people today. Queen d5. Queen d5 is a move. Now he's threatening to take on g4. So f3 would be the logical continuation. Thanks for the sub, Scorch Stir. Appreciate that. Okay, so if I play knight f3, he takes on g4. Yeah, that's annoying. Maybe queen f3. Try and trade queens. He can't really play bishop e4. Thanks for the sub, Orby. At some point I'll just have to ignore the subs and then focus and then thank them later. Anyway, queen f3. I think all the lines look nice. Because I'm happy to trade queens. If he trades and wins a pawn, I'm happy. Bishop e4 can't be played. And I'm defending the pawn. So I assume he's going to move his queen, but I'm not sure where he's going to move his queen to. Because I'm controlling a lot of squares. Like, he can move here, here, here. But if queen d7 or queen f7, I have rook c7. With initiative. If queen e6, I'll probably have rook e1. I'm taking advantage of the fact... Okay, he's going to win the pawn. About to say, I'm taking advantage of the fact that if he wants to win the pawn, he has to trade queens. Okay, so he wins the pawn, but now I have some pin. This looks nice. No tactics that I'm missing. Like, he would love to play bishop e2, but the bishop's pinned. And there's some simple ideas here. One simple idea is rook d2, rook a d1. Another idea is knight e1. So life is good. Okay, so he plays rook d7 because he probably wants to play bishop f5. Which I don't know if I can stop. So I'll just play rook c1. And then after bishop f5, the plan is to take and play rook c7 and start winning pawns. Can you do a freestyle rap about Twitch Prime? Yes, but not now. I have freestyle rapped before, but it requires a very specific environment. And this is not the environment to do it. Okay, so he plays king g8. So I could play rook c3 and just force bishop f5. I could throw in a check. which probably isn't useful at all. Play this. Now he has to play bishop f5, and then I'll take, and I'll at least win the a7 pawn. The Super Saiyan 99, it's going well. Just enjoying my tea. And my position. Okay, so I'm going to win the pawn, and then I'll have a knight for a pawn, but I won't have any passed pawns. Sometimes the issue with these positions is when you have so few pawns left. Like if he trades off the rest of the pawns, it could be very difficult to win. So I have to avoid trading pawns. Ideally, I would like to just trade pieces. Bishop c4. I also like to improve my minor pieces. My rook is fully optimized. Let's play knight d2. Just tickle the bishop. Is there sugar in the tea? There's no sugar in the tea. It's just a hot water in a tea bag. But it is naturally sweet, which I like. I am back in the US. I'm in St. Louis. I've been here for about 10 days. No, about 2 weeks. Been here for a while. Recovered from jet lag. Let's just keep attacking the bishop. I'm setting up some small trap. If he plays this, I play this, and I'll win the pawn. If he plays that, I can trade. Do I want to trade? Trying to figure out, like, if I trade the bishop and then we trade the queenside pawns, that should be winning for white. Might be annoying. So I'm just gonna play king. No, I can't because the pawn is hanging. Let's just play a3 first, just to see what he does. Because I'm realizing his rook is pretty stuck, and I might just want to play this king maneuver to f3. I did break 3,000 people. I broke 3,000 followers, but I didn't break them literally. Unless I did something terrible that I don't know about. F5 is a strong move, actually, because he wants to play f4. Maybe now it's time to take. Wait, is f4 a threat, though? Because I have rook d4. I just play king f3. King g2, f4, rook d4. I think that works. I also have king f3 in that position after f4. Trying to do some sort of decent technique. This is a tournament. This is a LeeChess.org Classical Shield Arena. This is my first game. It's a 10-hour long tournament. Okay, he plays f4. This should be good now. Because I have this. Pinning the pawn. Ooh, wait a minute. If I play rook d4, he has f3. But then I can take with the knight. So that's okay. Let's do it. Hopefully I'm not missing anything. I'm not sure how long I'll play. I'll probably play until... I don't know, until I get tired. Today is my day off working at the St. Louis Chess Club, so I don't have any huge commitments. And I'm not playing Blitz because I know a lot of people, I think, enjoy classical chess. At least that's the feedback that I've heard. Wow, so he's kind of trapping his rook. But if I attack his rook, he has pawn h5. I guess the threat is to play pawn h5, and then my bishop is pinned. What's going on here? Maybe I can take. Just take here. was a very strange position. And there's a few things that can happen. Okay, if he takes with rook, I take the pawn, I'm happy. If he takes with pawn, I have to be very careful. Because in that position, if I take the bishop, he has f3 check and he wins the rook. He plays h5, but I think he forgot I could take here. And now this should be pretty simple. Metal Eagle. I feel in positions like this, the more you trade down, especially pawns, or the more you trade pawns, the greater drawing chances. He just resigned. Well, I was trading pawns to win pawns. Because if he were to take here, the plan was to play king f3. And he had bishop e6. Anyway, okay. It was unexpected resignation. I want to show one thing from that game. I just want to show the opening trick, because I feel like this is a great opening if you're an e4 player to play against Caro-Kann. I've had the line in streams before, but essentially, usually Caro-Kann mainline if white has a pawn on d4 and this knight is still on g1, then bishop f5 is like the main line for black. But here bishop f5 is a mistake, because after knight g3 and bishop g6, white can just start targeting the bishop. And there's a funny line after h6, knight e5, bishop h7, white can play queen h5, forcing g6, and then bishop c4. Queen can't be taken because of mate, so e6 would be played. And then very simple move, queen e2. I've had this position many times. I've shown this to students who've had this position many times. And the great thing is that white has a threat of knight take f7 and queen take e6. So there's a lot of moves for black, like bishop g7, a lot of natural looking moves, which just run into this knight take f7 tactic. Like all of these moves for black just don't work. So it's a nice opening trick. My opponent didn't fall into it. He played h6. But yeah, I was happy with the position. Then things went a little bit astray. I guess I should have expected some kind of compensation for black. But when I played c3, I completely forgot about knight takes c3. Maybe c3 is still a playable move. Perhaps I should play bishop e3. Avoiding the tactics. Anyway, let's go back to the tournament. 391st place. The goal is not to win the tournament, the goal is just to have some clean and instructive games. Maybe to play some aggressive openings. I'll also take opening recommendations. REC1, play please King Gambit or Scotch Game. I think I'll be black next game, at least. That's probably, at least statistically, a likely color. I'm not going to wrap now. It would require several more wins. Someone recommends Slav, but I'm going to play e4. And then I'll have to decide between a Scotch or a King's Gambit. Or an Exchange Roy. Ooh, a French. Let's play the same opening I just played, but against a French. So I'll play, if he plays d5, I'll play knight c3. He's thinking, all knight f3 is maybe not the most common move. Wing Gambit. Oh, I could play the Wing Gambit. No, I want to enjoy my comfort zone. I like this opening. 2 knights attack. It's so pleasant to play. What's a good black opening for beginners to start out with? I just recommend like King's Pawn, like e4, e5. Learn how to deal with fried liver. Learn the 4 knights for black. very soon, I think I'm going to put together like a video series on openings I recommend for newer players and effective openings at the amateur level. Because I will admit that I have a whole opening repertoire designed to be effective against lower rated players. I just need to organize everything and be able to share it in an effective way. Anyway, this is still mainline. Queen play, thanks for the follow. Or is it quip play? Font is too small. So black has some options here. He can take the pawn with a few different things. He can play this move. Okay, he takes with a bishop. So I'll continue developing. And a theme in this variation is, as opposed to other variations against the French, I'm not too concerned about keeping my center pawns. I'm more concerned with having good squares for my minor pieces. So all my minor pieces are happy. And I have slightly more space. Notice you put slightly more emphasis on opening with common advice. It's more important to focus on tactics training. I mean, I put more emphasis on opening because I just enjoy openings. But I think it's important to have a balance, especially if you're looking to improve your game. You should be focusing on, okay, tactics, opening, endgame, planning, strategies. There's so many different areas to focus on. What is h6? Well, he's probably scared of Greek gift. Like, if he were to castle, yeah, I would have taken on h7, and that would have been fun. I'm going to play h4 here. I think this is a very common move. It prevents any sort of g5, and I might just want to play h5 and even some idea like rook h3, rook g3. a6. So he's moving his pawns. He's playing a waiting game. Could play h5. I could even play rook h3 right away. Maybe I'll play... Yeah, maybe I'll play rook h3. It looks weird, though. He might actually be threatening this move to attack the pawns. There's a very specific reason why a6 prepares queen b6. Because queen b6 earlier, I would castle, and then if queen take b2, I have knight b5. But now I probably have to watch out. Maybe I'll play queen e2 then. Hey, Gang Shivam. Thanks for the 500 bits. That's a new name. Appreciate that. Okay, so now f2 is defended. So if he attacks b2, I can probably have some way of defending. Like rook b1. Einstein e1, hello. It's hard to keep up with the chat. Like, I try, but I know there's a lot of questions coming in that very soon I'll have to do some Q&A stream or something. So he plays queen b6. So he's only attacking one pawn. Do I want to defend it? Well, I'm considering just castling here. If he takes the pawn, knight a4 or queen a3, I should probably defend. Yeah, I'm gonna play rook b1. Is it another 500 bits? Thanks so much. Gang Shivam. I've not seen that name before. This position's weird, because like neither of us want to make too many commitments. At least for black, he's low on space. And when he played h6, he's actually making one of the common ideas less effective. Like black usually wants to play f6 in these structures, but f6 is now just too weakening because I would have bishop g6. So I'm not sure what he's going to do here. Also not sure what I'm going to do. I mean, I'm probably just going to continue with this plan. Unless he does something crazy, then I'll have to react to it. What about knight d5? Ah, this would be crazy. That's too crazy for me. I don't want to calculate that. Maybe it's a playable move, but it's losing a piece, and black probably survives. Like knight take d5, e take d5, e6, and knight f6. I don't think there's enough fuel for the fire. I think someone asked a question earlier. If I play... Okay, so Ipshi asked the question, if you play advanced variation, is it good to put your knight on c3? I guess that's what I did in this game. This is not technically the advanced variation. I don't know what we call this. It's just a different type of variation. I guess it resembles advanced variation. But the whole point is that I'm not reinforcing the pawns. I just trade it off when he plays c5. And the knight on c3 is that's a nice developing square for the knight. So he plays knight d4. That's actually, I think, a strong move. Just because if I take, he takes, he's already threatening some stuff. And I have to be very careful. What else can I do? I could take. Then I could take on d5. I don't think that works though. Knight take d4, bishop take d4. Maybe knight d1. Then he has queen c7 coming. I might be in trouble here, actually. So many subs. Hey, more subs. Okay, let me let me stay focused and not get too excited. Knight take d4, bishop take d4. Are there any other moves? I guess I could play queen d2. But take. Okay, knight take d4, bishop take d4. I think that's forced. If it's forced, I probably should do it right away. But I just don't see the continuation to not lose something. Because I'll move my knight. And then queen c7. Unless I don't move my knight. Maybe I have king d2 there. He wins f2. Okay, knight take d4, bishop take d4. King d2, ugly move. Bishop take f2. But then the f-file opens, rook f1. Let's go for it. Because the problem is, when he takes back, he has two threats. This is an obvious threat, and this is a threat. Because there's not that much support. So I have to somehow reinforce the knight. Also considering this move, rook d1. And then queen c7. Then I take on d5 and play e6. And things get really crazy. Okay, I have to calculate. Wait, no, rook d1, just queen take b2. Okay, king d2. Take on f2, rook f1. I should have some compensation there. I'm just going to play king d2. Not what I was expecting just a few moves ago, But I think my king's safe on d2. Like, the center is relatively closed. My pawn on e5 will survive, because queen c7, I'll have rook he1. And then, otherwise... otherwise it's playable. If he takes. Anyway, thank you to... thanks to the new subs. And thanks Toilet Noggin for for gifting the subs. Thanks to Nathan and Toilet Noggin. I think we have over 10 to 15 new subs today. Did I play Ben Feingold on his stream? Yes, I did. I've played him several times. I think he's beaten me every single time. He always sacks exchange and then somehow wins. It's frustrating. Why didn't I castle kingside? I completely forgot castling kingside was a move. It just didn't cross my mind. I probably should have considered that, because then I would be threatening rook to... I would be planning rook e1. I guess I wanted more support of my knight, but castling made a lot more sense. Well, here, okay, I'll play rook e1. Wait, can I? Okay, taking on d5 is on the verge of becoming a serious option, but I still can't play it because this bishop's not defended. So let's play rook e1. Actually, I guess no. The king serves a purpose on d2, because if I castled queen c7, rook e1, he could win a pawn with bishop takes c3. But okay, that would be, yeah, that would probably be preferable to the current position. Yeah, b4 is coming. b4 is a monster threat. Or is it? I just moved my knight. I just feel claustrophobic here. You know, like he's gaining space on the queen side. Maybe I could play like knight d1. Maybe even something like bishop h2, preparing f4. So bishop h2... Or even bishop g3. This is interesting. I'm going to play bishop g3. I just want a pawn coming to f4. I also want my bishop defended. And I'm going to hold off on saying anything more than that, because there are ideas in this position which I don't want to say out loud, because there's a strong possibility he's watching. So this is a... okay, rapid and classical. Over 5,000 rapid games. That's incredible. And close to 500 classical games. So this guy plays a lot of chess. I glanced at the chat. Someone's saying bishop take b5, which probably doesn't work because he has the intermediate bishop takes c3. So b4 is actually what I was hoping for. And it's one of the reasons why I played bishop g3, is now that the bishop is defended, this knight take d5 idea might actually have some purpose. Still requires calculation, because after take I can play e6, attacking his queen and attacking the knight and opening up the file. I think this is strong. I don't think there's too much to calculate. Just knight take d5, e take d5, e6, and should be good enough. I guess there is one variation Hmm. Have to be a little bit careful. Yeah, it should be okay. Positions can get messy because the center is opening up, and we both have our kings in the center. I'll try and hold off from from saying more than that. So he basically has two options though. He has to, yeah, Queen A5 is what I was expecting. It's what I had to calculate before playing Knight D5, and I just assumed I could play this with ideas of Knight C4. And then if he plays B3, I play this. He could take, and then I play Rook A1. Could get pretty weird. But I'm currently up a pawn. I guess he could win it back. Someone's saying, Angelic Jake saying knight take b4, fork, come on dude. Knight take b4 was a move. I don't know if it accomplishes much after queen a5, maintaining the pin. Because then if I play b4, queen take a2. Maybe I should have considered that. But I don't think it would have worked out. c3. Could also just like sack back and open the king. I have my eye on different types of forks, mainly knight forks. Or if he were to like take on e5, then it could run into knight c4. So watching the stream makes you want to play, but you're playing while watching, which is probably not a good combination. Because I don't want to distract you from your game. If you want to watch, you should watch and not play. Or you can play and then watch later. This will probably be on YouTube. So I think I still have initiative, like even though he can get initiative. B3, C3, take here. I don't know. Automod. Thank you, Messy Marvin, for dealing with Automod. Oh, how that just got. I do see some analysis. Maybe it's a bit more complex in this line. I don't want to like analyze stuff from the past, but Queen E4 was a move. But then he could take on C3. He gives back the bishop. He takes on A2. He should be able to save the rook. Maybe he has to play Rook A7. That would have been a messy line. But yeah, something could analyze very, very possibly after the game. So it's a good sign he's thinking. Ooh, he takes. That was unexpected. I guess he didn't want knight c4 though. Oh, okay, I should take with the queen. I'm guessing he'll play b3 and win the pawn. Now I could play king e2. The king e2 could be a lot more comforting. And then just run to f1. He takes on a2, I play rook a1. Yeah, I'll go for it. If I get my king to f1, wait a minute. I could play rook d1. A couple moves here where I was about to just play some automatic move, but I guess it's important to identify the options. There's rook d1, open file. Now rook a1 is probably still the best move, because I don't want to give him any sort of weird promotion tactics. And someday I'll win the I'll try and win the a pawn. Might require bishop c4, but I'll be patient. I'll castle by hand. Rook b8. Okay, so he's attacking a pawn. Guess he's threatening to take it. So there's a few candidate moves. I could play b3, I could play queen d4. Queen d4 just looks really attractive. Just centralize the queen. I guess he would then have rook b4. Then I can go into d6. Okay, so queen d4, rook b4, queen d6, rook take b2. That's a strange position. I also have queen c3. That could be nice. So queen d4, rook b4, queen c3 should be fine. If he ever castles, I think I'll have queen e4, provoking g6, and then like I can start attacking with bishop h6 or h5. So, okay, let's start with this. Toilet Noggin will be listening, but can't monitor the chat. Well, thanks, Toilet Noggin, for being around, being so generous. And also, I appreciate, I think we might already broken 1,000, or not 1,000, 100 subs, which is another milestone. But I don't know the sub count. Maybe Mubot knows the sub count. Gabriel, welcome back. Long time no see. Sub count. Oh, 91 subs. Okay. This Mubot is just confused by that. So it is actually equal material, which I kind of forgot about. But very soon. Okay, I'll probably win a pawn. I have the bishop pair. King is happy. Pawn on e5 gives me more space. A lot of things to be happy about. Angelic Jake, you don't have to ask me if you want to sub to me. And Bernard Squared, thanks for the sub. Yeah, you don't really need my permission. Why don't I stream on YouTube? I streamed on YouTube twice, but I did like in real life streams. So I just streamed from my phone because that was the easiest. You just like click go live and you video with your phone. So I streamed on a kayak and I streamed on a mountain. But I haven't done a chess stream on YouTube because I haven't gotten around to the technical aspect of it. Probably at some point I will. You just don't know how to do it. Pretty sure people in the chat can help. All the other subs can tell you how to sub. Yeah, Gabriel, I am accepting new students, but I have a busy schedule, so the best way is to send me a message, and then I can usually get back to you with my availability. There should be a command for more information regarding coaching. So it's actually a bit surprising, but time can actually be a factor in this game. Even though it's a long classical game, he's below 10 minutes, which in other games feels like 8 minutes feels like a long time, but in classical chess, it's already approaching time trouble. If you wait, maybe you can write your YouTube link in my description. Hey, Angelic Jake, figured out how to sub. Thanks, Angelic Jake. Okay, so this bishop is actually a bit powerful. He's blocking his rook. Queen d6 looks attractive, but I don't know if it does anything. b4 is a move. I mean, king f1, also very playable. Yeah, king f1, why not? Now the problem for him is that his king is tied down to the knight, which I'm actually wondering if I can exploit some way. Like play rook d1 sooner. I'll play king f1. Simple move. Have I played b4, b4? Probably at some point. Whoa, he sacks a knight? Is he trapping my queen? Or did he just forget the knight is hanging? What's going on here? Rook d8. Only move is queen e7. And I can retreat. I'll have queen d5, but then I have f3. Always play f3. Okay, queen takes d7. Let's do it. I'm assuming it's a blunder, but maybe it's some sort of like deep tactical combination. He was probably so focused on the fact that he had to prevent queen e4, he forgot about his knight. That's my guess. Okay, queen e7. Only move. So I'm up a piece. Expecting... Okay, he's gonna like try and poke at me with queen d5. Maybe I can even play rook e4 there. And then rook lift. Because bishop e4 runs into queen c4. This has been a tricky game. At least like the opening stage was tricky. After he played knight d4. Like this was maybe sweat a little bit. This position was weird. But I think he's made a few mistakes. Allowing knight take d5 and allowing, of course, queen take d7. I did not see your tweet to me last night, cool guy. I turned off Twitter notifications because it just notifies me about like random people tweeting. Not to call you a random person, it's just like it was too much. I would get notifications like every few hours, and it was I just had to to disable notifications. So I check Twitter every few days. I'll probably be checking it more during this these events in St. Louis, though. Okay, so now the question is, do I play f3? f3 looks great. I restrict his bishop, create room for my bishop. I still have queen a3 whenever I want. I went through a phase where I was just turning off notifications for all my apps because it was too much. Because I'll get messages on like every single communication platform I use, which is a lot of different platforms. Um, and then it was affecting productivity. So, but I will check Twitter very soon. Okay, so he's not resigning. He's attacking b2. Queen a3 looks very natural, except my queen on e7 is preventing rook take b2. So maybe just bishop f2. Or king g1, bishop f2. Just a happier square for the bishop. Not sure if it serves too much purpose. I might be threatening something like queen c5. Bishop b5. Just going for the trade of bishops. It's playable. Could play rook d1. We could trade. Oh, then he pins. Okay, I'm up a piece. I shouldn't... this shouldn't require too much energy. Let's play queen a3. Should be good enough. I'm happy to trade queens. Also, I'm looking forward to winning the a2 pawn. It's been there for long enough. He didn't play rook take b2 because I would take on the square, right? Oh wait, no, the rook wasn't hanging. I just assumed the rook was hanging, but the queen can move backwards. So he could have taken on b2. I wonder if I would have seen queen take d8 before playing queen take d8. Maybe it was mutual blindness. Or maybe he's watching and he heard he couldn't take on b2, so he didn't take on b2. Gave me a big shout out after you won your clubs. Oh, you won a tournament! Congratulations! That's awesome. Congratulations, cool guy. And thanks for the shout out. Let's... What do I take with? Let's take with the pawn. Keep this defended. And then if he takes, we'll trade and I'll win a2. Classical chess is tiring. This is only the second game. Have to conserve energy. Already out of tea. Check some Twitter. Starbucks happy hour at 3 p.m. Remind me at 3 p.m. for Starbucks happy hour.
Okay, I'll remind.
Beautiful. Have not had Starbucks in a while. They have good advertising. Rook b3 I forgot about, but I think I can take on a6. Wait a minute. Let's calm down here. If I take on a6, he takes on b2. If I take on a2, he takes on d3. King g1. That should be fine. Because king g1, I'm up a bishop. As long as he doesn't get too much counterplay. I think everything's defended here. Might have threats of this. Also have threats of this. Am I afraid of saying tactics while streaming? I avoid saying like very critical lines that my opponent wouldn't find otherwise, but I'm usually pretty open if I'm just saying some variation. Like I usually try and be aware of what I'm saying and how it could potentially help my opponent. In many cases, I'll just say what's going on. It should not help the opponent too much. like here, when I discuss what I'm about to do, he can't stop it. So, like, I'm about to play rook d1, I think. Then he's going to play queen c2. We could trade stuff. Actually, queen c2 is annoying. Ooh, maybe rook e3. He can't stop rook e3. Then I win more stuff. Simple tactics. It took a little bit too long there to find rook e3, but anyway. Okay, this should make him resign, hopefully. Okay, he resigns. Good game. Ooh, I don't want to go back. Let's pause. I just want to look at one moment from that game. Lvovich. Because there's a moment... Okay, obviously, I should have considered castling. I would think Stockfish approves. Yeah, castling. Because king d2, yeah, it should be... Doesn't look that pretty for white. But then later, was knight take b4 playable? Someone was suggesting this. It is playable. Is it the best move? Wow, it's the only move to keep the advantage. At least according to Stockfish. Yeah, because ideas of c3 and queen e4. Like something like this, and then queen goes back, queen e4. And like even in this position, assume this line happens, rook a7 would be played. Black is really awkward. It is equal material, but I assume there's some advantage. Okay, hello past pawn 99. I'm doing well. Staying alive. How do I go back to the tournament? Join. Okay. Am I satisfied with my London 80/20 course? I was happy to go through the process of making an 8-hour video course. I put a lot of effort into it. Probably took about 50 hours total to prepare everything. Let's play e4 this game. Oh, maybe I should have played d4. Just talking about the London. Well, maybe I'll play a Scotch if Axe Villager is still here. Let's play a Scotch. I assume he just wants a normal Scotch. Axe Villager, let me know if you're still here. Let's take... We have a normal Scotch. This is not going to be 4 knights. This is going to be... There's a few options for white. I can take on c6, or I can play bishop e3, or I can play knight b3. I'll just play the main line. Some tactical threat of this. Ooh, d6 is not a good move, because he's going to get triple pawns. I used to play the Scotch, like, several years ago. And this is one of the very first lines I learned when studying it. And I remember that whatever video I was watching, they said knight d2, planning knight b3, and white is good. Bye to Toilet Noggin. Thanks for sticking around. I'll see you in the future. Thanks for gifting so many subs. Today and the day before. Let's castle queenside. These pawns are so weak. I just want to play knight b3 with check. I think I can get away with knight b3 here, because if he takes on e4, I play rook e1. Yeah, there's not too many opening traps where the point of the trap is to give the opponent triple pawns. This might be like the earliest trap by move 7. It's triple pawns. I think white is winning at least a pawn. I guess he could play this. He could defend everything. but I'll still be happy. Maybe I then play knight a5. It's actually interesting if knight d7, knight a5, and he has trouble defending that. Karmar, thanks for the 100 bits. Okay, always play f3. And now this is attacked, and this is attacked. And he can't defend everything. How can someone view the London content? I have a few London videos on YouTube. If you type my name in London, you should find them. I think the most popular one is the St. Louis video. I also have the course. I don't know if there's a link for the London course, or might be the London command. Maybe Nightbot or Moobot will deliver. There's a YouTube channel command. There's a Discord command too. You guys can probably find my social media just using the commands. Okay, so life is good. He has to retreat the bishop. I guess he could play bishop e6. Whoa. He just walked into a fork. The question is, do I take the knight, do I take the bishop, or do I do something else? I think I would play rook e1 here. Now he's pinned, he's forked, he's tripled up. Life is good. Yeah, I just want to take the bishop and then take the knight, being extra greedy. And I still want to take this pawn. For Twitch, yeah, regarding subs and automatic renewals, if you subscribe using Twitch Prime, it doesn't automatically renew. If you subscribe the other way, I don't know. I don't think it does. I think you have the setting of whether to do it. Or you can cancel it in your settings. Oh, he resigns. Tough game. That was a great opening trap. I don't think I've ever had that, like even in an online game. Let's see how many people have had this. Chessbay in the chat. Hello, Chessbay. Thanks for answering technical questions. Yeah, if we go back to, like, even this position, d6 is a blunder. Positional blunder. It's been played over 1,500 times. For anyone who plays this as black, you should know that there's a couple moves to play. There's queen f6 and bishop to b6. Both of these are very playable. But this is, yeah, not so playable. Knight d2. Not the most popular, but I think it's the strongest. Okay, back to tournament. That was a quick game. Join. Wait, did I lose a game? No, it probably started a game. That's bogus. I just lost 51 points because it started a game without my knowledge. How did it do that though? I have to go back and see the replay. Because I thought I went straight to the analysis board, but maybe I went to the tournament. Or maybe I had a new tab open. Well, there goes my tournament score and my rating. Now I'm tilted. What is this guy's? C3. He wants to play a Ponziani, but this is a weird move order. Okay, I just want to win as quickly as possible. Go for the kill. Let's take... Wait, what is this line? C3. No, let's take on e4 first, with the idea that when he takes back, I have bishop c5. Guess that's playable, but I have d5 here. I mean, I've won all my real games so far, but losing a game by not moving, that's a bit tilt-inducing. But now I have, okay, now I have queen h4, g3, take, queen f2, knight f5. I think the problem with that is after this, g3, knight take g3, his queen take e5 check. So I think he unknowingly just set up a trap. Or maybe knowingly, I don't know. The queen h4 doesn't work, so I have to move the knight. He's gonna take, then I have to move the knight again. So let's just move the knight to... Where do I move it to? I guess he can kick it around for a little bit. I'll play knight d6. He'll probably take with pawn, and I'll play knight c4. He takes with queen. Okay, let's play bishop e6. Now I'm happy. I'll continue developing. And the e-file's open. His pawn's on f3. Okay, let's play knight c6. And maybe... Yeah, let's just continue improving with tempo. Can I be permanently tilted? I think tilt is by definition a temporary mental state. But maybe for some people if they have a really traumatic experience. I'm gonna play bishop e7. Or can I be even trickier? Bishop e7 is just hoping for g4. But actually there's some points to it too. Maybe bishop g5 and bishop e3 is some idea. Okay, let's castle. Happy to get the bishop pair. And he wants to castle, which I can't really stop. Or can I? Thinking about inducing g3 probably doesn't make much sense. I could play bishop d3. Bishop d3, rook e8. Let's do it. Bishop c2. Suggested by Jake. I don't think so. Why did I only play 5 games yesterday in the Rapid Shield? Did I stream yesterday? Maybe I did. I had to go. I had phone calls and chess lessons. Okay, I'm gonna play rook e8. My threat is this. And take advantage of this. Or just win this. It's hard to play like a whole tournament. Like, especially these shield arenas. They just go on forever. Okay, now the plan is to win as quickly as possible. Start with bishop e3 and then go for queen h4. His knight is almost trapped. I think he has to move back, and then I'll play bishop f4. Am I going to play in the Sinkfeld Cup? Well, if someone drops out and they need an alternate, I'll be around. What's Anastasia's mate? Well, this is this is mate. I think Anastasia's mate is something like where you lift the rook, you sack, and then you mate. Is that right? That wouldn't be mate because knight h5. Maybe there would be some idea. Rook e6 was playable, but I didn't see a defense for white. Maybe he can play this. Actually, after queen f2, I could take, and then play rook e1. And then it's just mate. Anyway, back to tournament. Have to recover the rating after that mess up. Arshawin is berserking. We'll berserk back, why not? We'll have a rapid game. but classically rated. Bishop c4. Play this. The Yurosov Gambit! I played against this other day, and I played d5 with decent success. He just pre-moves. What is this pre-move? Is he expecting d5? I'm so confused. Maybe he's done some preparation for me. I guess I have to take the bishop and we get some weird position where I'll have double pawns, but I have the bishop pair. Not sure how to evaluate this. I don't think this is too bad for black. We'll start with bishop e6. I would like to play c6 and b5. Okay, bishop d2 seems passive. Let's throw in rook g8, improve with tempo, and then, okay, now he wants to play f4. So let's play c6, restricting the knight. Now he wants to play f5. So let's play f5 myself. And now let's play b5. He's playing very quickly. I feel like he's about to blunder. Oh no, he's not blundering. I wanted to play b4 and bishop d5, but he has some d-file stuff. So maybe king c8 or king c7. Probably king c7. Now did he blunder? b4 followed by bishop d5 appears to win material. So b4. Knight ce2, bishop d5. Why not? The problem for him is when I play bishop d5, it just traps a rook. He's at the very least losing the exchange, I think. He can either play... Okay, knight h3 is a move. Do I take it? Because I love my bishop, but I'll take it. Now he wants to play knight g5 and attack the pawn. So I'll play h6. And then the plan is to complete development. Ooh, I could trade. But how do I trade? I could take first. And then knight a6. That looks decent. He'll get a bishop to d6, but it's okay. Expecting bishop d6, king b6, and then I'll maneuver my knight to somewhere happier. Maybe throw in a5. b3. He's tempting me to play c3. Which looks very attractive. Might be overextending, but too late. Chess Spanish, thanks for the follow. No hablo mucho español. Yeah, a3. Wondering if I can just take, and if he takes with bishop, I play c5, and then knight b4. Anything else? Play c5 immediately. Oh, let's take. Strange position. Pawns are equal. Maybe I'll bring the knight to b5. Actually, if I bring the knight to b5, his bishop is... Okay, now he's attacking c5, so maybe I have to play knight e6. Wanted to trap his bishop. At least, okay, I restrict his pieces. Whoa. Okay, I can play c4 now. And what is he doing with his knight? Maybe I just play king. Play king b5. His bishop is completely stuck. Oh, why not? Also play rook d8. Maybe rook d8 first. Cut off his king. Or no, king b5 first. Make sure he can't sack the pawn. The bishop will be stuck. Rook d8 will come very soon. This is a fun position. Yeah, rook d8 and rook d2 probably. Oh, he wants to play bishop c1. That's okay. I'm up material. I like my position. c4 is very explosive. Knight b7. So he wants to play knight d6. I can play rook d2. Thanks for the comment, Chess Spanish. There will be more videos coming shortly to the St. Louis channel. Bishop c1. Considering just sacking. Knight d6 is coming. Maybe I'll just take on b4. So I don't think he wants to take my rook. Guess we'll find out. Ooh, he takes it. Now I have some nice defended pass pawn on the second rank. This is a fun position. I have a pass pawn on the A file. Should just start pushing. I have a quicker mate. Maybe king a3. Maybe rook b8. So many options. Knight d4. Let's play knight d4. Defending f5. And there's the threat of this. I think this is the quickest way to mate. Rook b8 is coming. Followed by knight takes c2. That was a feel-good ending. c4 was hanging after knight d6. Oh, that's true. Maybe I would just take it and play rook d8. Give back the exchange. I forgot c4 was hanging. Knight d6. King a4, knight takes c4. Maybe that would also be playable. Like rook d4 or something. Is Evan's Gambit good for beginners? Very playable. Effective opening. A lot of players don't know how to play against it. Okay, I'm on the verge of breaking in to the top 100. Do I recommend any book about strategy? I mean, Reassess Your Chess covers a lot of great strategical motifs. There's also a book, Chess Strategy for Kids, by Jeff Coakley, which I like to recommend. But that would be for players probably 1500 and below. Danish Gambit for white. If he plays e5, then maybe. I can pre-move d4. Unless... No, I want to play a closed Sicilian. Or a Grand Prix. He plays a6. Okay, then I have to play g3. He plays g6. Let's play h4. I think I had this position just a few days ago. h5 is already annoying for black. Now I'll play d3. Usually once you get the pawn to h5, you just want to keep the tension and wait until they blunder. Like now maybe h6. Because where's the bishop moving? Bishop f6, I have queen f3. Maybe I would play f4 though. Yeah, let's play h6. Looks fun. He takes. Well, now the dark squares are... they're bound to be a problem for black. They better be a problem. Have I moved all pawns so far? No, I moved my knight. I think it's probably about time to start moving pieces. Debating whether to allow some queen trade. Because I don't want to, but it might be a good option. I'm thinking that... yeah, queen f3. I'm really disobeying opening principles. Like moving the h-pawn so early, bringing my queen before the rest of the pieces. But the idea is to play queen f6. Like if he castles, queen f6 is just about mating. And if he takes on e4, I play queen f6, he moves a rook, and then I probably just take back. Please respond. What should I respond to? I have to go up. I've been slightly ignoring the chat. What do you think about gambits in the Sicilian? The wing gambit and the one where you just play d4. You hate Sicilian and you're looking for a sideline. I mean, they're very playable. If you're playing against a strong player, sometimes you're just losing a pawn and you're not getting much compensation. Both the wing gambit and the Smith Mora, I wouldn't say are the most sound openings, but at any level below 2000, they're good sidelines, I would say. I probably have to trade queens, which I didn't really want, but what to do? Let's take. I still have my dark squared bishop. This will be the MVP. And if you're looking for like a sideline against Sicilian, I can highly vouch for knight c3 Sicilian. You avoid the open Sicilian variations, you play on your own turf. So all the pieces are on the first and the 8th rank. So what to do? Probably start developing. Let's play bishop g5. And then... okay, now his knight has no moves. Yeah, castle queenside. Get the d-file. And both of his knights are stuck. f6 loses a pawn. He should have listened to Feingold. Now I'm going to play e5. Was it a pawn sacrifice for his knight to escape? Let's play f4. Just restricting his knight, planning to reinforce the bishop. His king is stuck in the center. Play knight f3. I was gonna say it's hard to win the game quickly after a queen trade so early, but I might try and organize some mating attack. Maybe starting with e5. Or even bishop h3. Or rook h2. Wait, there's options here. I don't want to lose my h-pawn. I'm going to start with e5. Most ambitious move. First stream you've caught. When's the next time? Oh, when's the next time I'll do co-op analysis? I don't know, actually, because I don't have any tournaments. But maybe I'll play Illinois Open in a few weeks, and I'll do some kind of analysis there. But Kostya won't be there, unfortunately. And Gang Shivam, thanks for another 500 bits. Always coming out of nowhere. Okay, so knight to e7 is actually a good move, because he wants to do this and this and make his pieces better. I have to manage my time too. Rook h2. That's annoying. Okay, I have an idea. I'm going to play bishop to h3. I'm going to try and tie his bishop down to d7. And then we'll see what he does. Maybe he'll play like knight d5 or something. At some point I might even sack. Just sack to get more activity. Or for tactical reasons. Okay, so knight d5 was expected. But rook take d5 might actually be not a sacrifice, because I have e6. I think this is a good move. e6 is coming. Knight h2 looks cool. Knight h2, too late. This looks even cooler. And now I have two pieces for a rook. My bishop's very much enjoying life. This is attacked. He just resigns. Yeah, tough game. Normally when white plays h4 against this g6 setup, black should respond with h5. So I think that was his first mistake. And then allowing h6, I think. This is already tough. Maybe he should just focus on, like, maybe even castling queenside, like start with b5. That's another thing. Normally when you play a6 on move 2, you should play b5 next move. Almost no matter what. Okay, back to tournament. It's almost noon. I've been streaming for about 2 hours. Happy hour is in 3 hours. I do want to take a run at some point before then. Okay. First time playing against d4 today. And there's been an opening that I've wanted to play but haven't gone against d4. We'll see if we go into it. He plays e3. I wanted to play the Cambridge Springs, but no one's allowing it. So we'll play some Semislav. And we'll play this a6 line. Slightly less common, but this is a fun variation. There's lots of ways for white to perhaps go wrong, or for black to just equalize. This should already be equalizing. Maybe I can put the bishop on d6. Because the problem for white, this bishop is just stuck. h3, so this bishop is also kind of stuck. I'll just castle. Put the rook on e8. I'll do the Spanish maneuver, bringing the knight to g6. I don't think he should play e4, because it would give him an IQP, so I'm just going to continue. Is the Cambridge Springs losing for black? Losing is a very strong word. It's probably slightly worse for black, if white knows what he's doing. But I think it's very effective at any level below, like 1800. It's come up in GM play. Like Carlsen beat Gelfand with it. in one of like the main lines. And gotta find position from the opening. Yeah, so the plan is knight g6. At some point I might play like queen e7, knight e4, try and create some attack. 100 bits from Dude Doctor, or Da Doctor. Thanks to Doctor. More videos will be coming out shortly. Does he really want to play e4? Z4 hurts his d4 pawn. And there's a pin. Let's just play knight g6. f4, I think, just loses a pawn. He forgot his rook is undefended. But do I take with my bishop or my knight? Probably the knight. I think he just didn't know what to do there. Like, he got some structure, like, he develops, and then what? Usually white should go for the minority attack in such positions. And usually white should develop the bishop before playing e3. But even, like, okay, we play the main line. Going back to this position, b3 is the most common move to try and play bishop b2. Okay, so he's gonna fight. I could take the bishop. I could just leave the whole pin situation. What else to do? Hey, it's a donation! Daweed Urbanski, thanks for the $5. First actual donation of today. Gotham Chess in the chat. Okay, I'll still try and provide instruction so Gotham Chess can learn. I'm just looking for candidate moves here. I mean, I could simply take and be up a pawn. I would like to keep the tension and build up pressure. I guess I could play queen e7. Queen e7 might make sense. Nah, I'm gonna take. I'm gonna keep it simple. And then I'll play... Actually, maybe I'll play knight e4. And my queen will go to more exciting squares. And this bishop is sad. This bishop's happy. This bishop's happy. Black's up a pawn. I'm happy. Knight take h3. Says Yaniv KZ. Wait, what? Did I miss something? Oh, I could have gone crazy and sacked, but I'm not that insane. Wait, do I take with... I'll take with pawn. I was about to say his dark squares are weak, but he has a knight on f1. So let's improve and keep initiative. Always nice when you can just improve a piece and make a threat. In this case, the threat is this. Probably has to do this. It's hard to mate when his knight is on f1. The rook e6 looks attractive. Yeah, let's play rook e6. Time to lift. Gotham Chess liked rook take e4. Is that a move? That's a possible move. I just like having a pawn in e4. Another donation from AltagZZ. Thanks for the $5. Okay, I want to play knight, or I want to play queen take knight checkmate. So queen g3, he plays knight back to f1. So I have to be tricky. Maybe I'll just play rook h6. Because I haven't been lifting as much. Need to rook lift. Yeah, let's play rook. I could play rook g6 too. What's better? I have to identify a threat, because I'm not sure if either move actually has a threat. Rook g6 ties down his queen. Yeah, let's start with this. Because now his queen is tied down. Still trying to figure out what I'm gonna do next move. Like, if he just plays this, what's my plan? Okay, rook f1. Well, now he doesn't have knight f1, so now I can just infiltrate. And this is trouble. That worked out nicely. Slight self-destruction there. I'm so focused on mating ideas, I wouldn't dream of pausing and playing on the queen side. That's true. Nothing's happening on the queen side. Now the question is, do I take his knight? No, I just let him resign. Okay. Nice game. Yeah, he just didn't know what to do in the opening, and then just gave me a pawn, and then had some attack. Rook take e4 was very possible. Yeah, I don't know. Both moves were possible. Let's move on. Moving into the future. It's 1 minute before noon. Who will win the Sinkfeld and the Rapid Blitz? My money is on Carlsen for Sinkfeld Cup. Rapid and Blitz. It's a big toss-up. Probably Naka. I would have to put money on Naka. Naka's good at Blitz. I am curious how Fabi will perform though. Because I know he's in training for World Championship, and I'm curious if it will have a positive impact, or maybe he's just hoping to hide all his preparation. But round 1 starts tomorrow, so that'll be exciting. Already been seeing some big names throughout the area. This guy's provisional, but he plays Blitz. Okay. What do I want to play? Let's play Sicilian. Super Dank Fire in the chat. Haven't seen Super Dank Fire in a while. Okay. Let's play my normal opening, play some kind of... Whoa, what is this? Let's play Knight c6. I actually sometimes play this as white. It's a very playable line. And he knows what he's doing here. Like Bishop e2 is a move I play too, because Knight c3 runs into Knight d4. So it's like I'm playing against myself. You know what a move is? Another donation. Gang Shivam, thanks for the $10. I'm gonna play g5. I'm pretty sure this has been played before by Judith Polgar. I remember looking at this position, and it's a cool move, because I want to play g4. He's playing really quickly. I want to play h5. And then bishop g7 and control the d4 square. g5 is not a move that you'll see every day, but I know this has been played at top levels. And it's not one of these crazy blitz or bullet moves. This is, I think, very playable in classical chess. Leads to a interesting looking position too. h3. Seems like he has no fear. He just wants to win a pawn. Did I already mess up? No, I think this is all playable. I might have to sack a pawn, I might have to play g3. Or maybe I can take and play h4. Okay, taking and playing h4 is my first instinct. what else to do. I could play bishop g7, he wins g4, and then I have queen h4 in the end. Some compensation. But I think this is reasonable. The only problem is if I take, I allow knight f3. That could be annoying. But maybe it's okay. I'll just play like bishop g7, knight d4 still. Okay, let's take. Takes with rook, I'll play h4. Anything else? Maybe queen g5? Oh, there's options here. Queen g5, knight f3, queen take g2, rook g3, queen h1, rook g1, queen h3. That could actually lead to like repetition, which I don't want. Okay, let's just play h4. Very strange position. I haven't really developed. He's moving quickly too, which is unsettling. I think bishop g7 is a logical move here, except he's threatening bishop g5. So bishop g7 makes a lot of sense to target the b2 pawn. And there might be some setup where my bishop is happy going to f6, and my knight comes to g6. Now he's thinking, which is a good sign. Well, I'm not sure what he's going to do here. There's perhaps several different options. Blaze row 8, thanks for the follow. Knight c3. Normal move. I'm very tempted to play knight d4. Only problem is now bishop g5 could be a threat. So maybe I have to play bishop f6. Which is a move I kind of want to play anyway. So bishop f6. Knight b5 looks annoying, but then I just play d6. Let's start with this. I guess it's important my bishop defends the rook, so a move like g3 I can always just take. And meanwhile, I would like to complete development. Hello, Jimster99. Good to see a lot of new people today. Okay, he attacks a pawn. Now maybe knight d4? Knight d4, we can trade stuff. Knight b5 in the end. Ariel with a sub. Welcome back, Ariel. Thanks for subbing. This position is so weird. Like, it takes energy to like come up with reasonable moves. Knight d4, bishop take d4, pawn take d4, knight b5. I have like queen b6. I think that's okay. There's some cases where he plays e5, which is a bit annoying though. So the solid option here would just be to play d6. Which looks very intuitive, but he might want to play d4 next. We can trade everything. I have queen f6, and d6 is weak in the end. Oh, wait a minute, if I play d6, I don't think he can play d4 because I have some tactic against the rook involving e5. Okay, let's play d6. Solid move. Defend the pawn. See what he does. Did I play g5 this game? I'm missing a g-pawn. For anyone who just joined, I'm playing an opening, which I'm pretty sure I've seen before, this g5 move. I'll have to verify it after the game. But it's a playable position, leads to a very weird situation for both of us. I'm taking a lot of energy here to figure out what to do. But so far I feel relatively comfortable. Queen d2 is a natural move. Now the question is, can I just play knight e7? Everything's defended, and then go for knight g6. Even if he plays bishop g5, I'll still go for knight g6. Looks okay. Though he might be just planning to gang up on h-pawn, like queenside castle and rook h1. And then hopefully there's some queenside compensation for me. If he queenside castles, I'll have some attacking potential with queen a5 or knight d4 or a6 b5. So it's very possible. The Rosen gambit. Well, this isn't a gambit, at least yet. Material is still equal. Okay, so he castles. I'm going to play knight g6. Because where else is a knight going? I guess I could consider knight d4 and knight ec6. But I want my knight here. Now I have two defenders of the rook, which could be important. Like if he plays rook h1 and g3, I could still take it. So these pieces defend the pawn and the rook. This could very well be my last game, because Starbucks happy hour is in 3 hours, and I want to take at least a 1 hour run. The day is going by quickly. And I need to charge my phone, and I can't charge my phone with my mic and my webcam plugged into my computer, because I lost my wall charger. So life is difficult. Another follow from total something something, thank you. g3. Just thinking about g3 that I could just take it. I think I should just take it. Unless there's something better. Also, did I forget I could play e5? I guess I had e5 in some cases, but he would just move the rook back. Okay, so h take g3. He can take on h8, he could take on g3 with the rook or the pawn. I think I'm happy to trade off the pawns like that, relieving the tension. I no longer have a weakness on h4. Yeah, let's take with my bishop. Yeah, because the bishop is effective even from the corner. The knight would not be so effective from the corner. Now I should probably complete development, or just launch an attack. The queen a5 is an option. So I probably want to castle queenside too. Queen a5, he could play knight b5 and then we can trade queens and I play king e7. Maybe I just play a6 first, because b5 is a very real possibility. And then I'm preventing knight b5. Let's play a6. e5 and h3 was interesting. I didn't want to play e5 because it severely weakens d5 and it makes my bishop super depressed. And to attack the rook for one move, it would not be worth it. So I'm leaving my pawns here to restrict his pieces. The plan is to play b5 and open one file, either the A or the B file. And I might even be willing to sack a pawn. Like if I can play b5 And he takes twice. It's not even a pawn sack because I win a2 in the end. So that would be nice. And b5 works well with my bishop on h8. It's nice, like if I get a rook to b8, play b5, the rook on b8 and the bishop on h8, they coordinate pretty well against this b2 pawn. Eric, your pawn structure better. I mean, I have one pawn island. That's like the least amount of islands you can have, right? Unless you have 0 pawns. So he wants to target f7 with knight g5. In worst case scenario, I have knight e5 in many cases. That is a bit annoying. But okay, let's imagine b5. Wasting no time. He plays knight g5. Then I play knight e5. Knight is good. It does block my bishop, but it defends things. It attacks things. Yeah, I'm gonna rely on some intuition here and not necessarily calculate everything. Maybe save time for more critical moments. And there might not be an immediate threat with b5. Because I don't know if I want to push or take. I just want to leave tension. Maybe build up the tension with this and this. Thank you, Prime Shoe, for the follow. So I'm curious what he'll play here. Because it's a tense position. Like, we're both trying to improve our pieces. I still need to, like, complete development. Like, these pieces should all find better squares. So one potential threat I can make is to play queen a5 and b4. And then remove the knight and win the a-pawn. Looks decent enough. The one piece that feels like has no purpose in the position is this bishop on c8, though. I think every other piece has purpose. Like, my knight will, in some case, defend f7. My other pieces can help attack. Okay, we'll let him think. Okay. Now I have to think. Knight g5. I mean, knight e5, I don't see anything wrong with. I guess I also have bishop f6. But that could be... I could run into knight h7. So knight e5. Let's do it. Now, one move I forgot about, which I'm just realizing now, is bishop here. I don't think it's a huge problem, because I'll have bishop f6. Or even, like, rook a7. So it should be okay. Just have to watch out. Like, this is my major weak spot. Like, positions like this, especially with my king in the center and his king on the queen side, it's important to focus on both attack but also defense. Jimster with the comment. I'm breaking a lot of principles, I know. I pushed my g-pawn early. It was all with some purpose. Like, it's move 18, I'm still have most of my pieces on the back rank. But sometimes in chess you break the rules. Sometimes it leads to bad things, but sometimes it can lead to good things. There's always exceptions to breaking the rules. And in this case, I still feel okay. Like, obviously, when I play g5, my king doesn't want to castle kingside. I don't think I want to castle queenside. I want my rook staying on one of these files. And the center is still closed for the time being. I remind you of Yasser. I'll take that as a compliment. I was talking with Yasser yesterday, so maybe I picked up some of his calm mannerisms. But yeah, Yasser will be in St. Louis doing commentary for the next, for the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So he plays bishop h5, which actually leaves these pawns less defended. So I would want to consider counterattacking. But okay, my first instinct was bishop f6, which could still run into knight h7. So maybe rook a7 is the way to go. It could get really messy. Like rook a7, he could take twice on b5. I win a2, and then he takes on f7. I'm not sure what's going on. Urbanski with another $5. Thanks, Urbanski. Okay, let's try not to get distracted. Time is running low. Rook a7. I might just have to use intuition. I also have to realize, actually, queen f2 is tragic for him after knight take d3. Okay, so rook a7, take b5, take b5, take b5, rook take a2. I'm threatening rook a1. Oh, that should be good enough. And if I play bishop f6, knight h7, bishop g7, bishop g5, that could be really annoying. So let's play rook a7. My rook has some defending or defensive purpose, but also some attacking purpose. So, always useful to find multiple purposes for pieces, as long as they're not too overworked. You thought I broke 3,000 in rating. Yeah, that's why I had the ... just for some suspense. Anyway, I was talking with Yasser yesterday, and I was on my laptop and he came in and he was telling how I had Lichess open and he was saying all these amazing things about Lichess. And recently he's been like challenging Stockfish in these crazy house matches. And he's showing me one of his most recent crazy house games, and it was completely insane. Stockfish just completely outclassed him. But it's always nice to see someone like Yasser just playing on Lichess. Okay, anyway, let's focus on this. Rook is guarding f7. He can't play queen d3. I want to focus on... I want to, at some point, get the initiative. Which might happen very soon. So he might be going down this crazy variation. Take back. Wow. So it's happening. Maybe he's watching, maybe he just saw I didn't calculate and he's calculated further than me. I just thought this is so risky for white. I mean, it's also risky for black. But, I mean, okay, rook take a2. A cheer from Always Beast, thank you. Yeah, this is actually scary because d6 is a weakness. But let's calculate. Okay, rook take a2, knight take f7. He also has king b1. King b1 could be a problem, which just could be the end of my fun. So rook take a2, king b1. I'll start with. B2 is a target. Maybe then I can play something crazy like knight take d3. Or maybe knight c4. Rook take a2, king b1, knight c4. He wins f7, but not with check. I guess he could just take on c4. We trade everything on b2. Yeah, he's probably better in that variation. I could also play rook b7 here. Just attack the knight, keep the defense of the pawn, and target the b2 pawn. If these rook take a2 lines don't work, then rook b7 is a very real possibility. But I would like to make something work. a5 doesn't work. Okay, so rook take a2, king b1. Maybe knight b4. Threatening queen a5. If knight take f7, queen a5, because these discovered checks. That's so crazy. I don't think it works for black. I don't know why, but just it seems way too risky. Rook take a2, king b1, knight b4, knight take f7, queen a5. He has so many checks. Like knight take e5. The rook infiltrates. Actually, there's like king d8, rook f8, king e7, then rook e8 is mate, I think. Don't think there's much else to consider. I guess I'll play rook b7. B file is now open. Keeping things defended. I'm down a pawn, but I feel like I should have some some initiative. Because now the file's open and the diagonal's open. There's two knights obstructing the attack of the b pawn. And the threat is very clear to take on b5, so he might play a4. I have knight b4. Also have c4 ideas. Crazy move, but just trying to open the position. Like a4, c4 could lead to craziness. Knight b4 would be a more controlled move. I still have bishop f6 possibilities too. Whoa! More subs from Nathan. Thanks, Nathan. Chess Philosopher, King's Gambit, Quality B, Arc Zero, Framster something. Okay, this is not a time to get distracted. This is a very critical moment. Yeah, a4 is a strong move, I think. But it's my move. Like I can generate initiative here. Knight b4. Or c4. Or even d5. d5 is a move. d5. I just don't like my position, because his pieces are better than mine. My queen is tied down to d6, which is very annoying. Maybe I can play knight a7. It looks strange, but playable. There's also knight d4, which is another pawn sack, which could also be playable. Actually, knight d4 looks interesting. Let's focus on the center, try and open the c-file. Yeah, I don't have much time, but I'm gonna go for... I also have this move, cheapo threats. Well, let's start with this. It feels wrong, but I feel like it relieves some of the pressure. And there's also cases where if he takes twice, his bishop's no longer supporting the knight. And there would be tactics involving, for example, knight take d3 and winning the knight on g5. And now I'm prioritizing piece activity and attack a lot more than pawns. Which, maybe not the most sound approach, but we'll see how it pans out. Might break a... Yeah, we're very close to 100 subs. We're in the 90s, I think. In the high 90s? Keith Patrick, the #2 cheer. Keith Patrick is back. Welcome back, Keith. Infinite flash chess. Okay, now is not the time to get distracted with the chat or anything else. I have to focus. Like, this is the craziest position I've had all day. Just such chaos. I guess the position suits my opponent's username pretty well. That crazy guy. He's only played one rapid game. Yeah, so he plays a lot of blitz. There's a lot riding on this game. If I win, I should break 2100, but if he wins, he breaks 2100. I don't think I've ever been more motivated to break 2100. It's good he's thinking. I know, my bishop on c8 is my worst piece. What to do? Maybe someday it will come to life. I can't even like develop to d7 because then it would obstruct the rook. Someday it would dream of coming to a6 and applying pressure. But that could take a while. I should challenge John Bartholomew. Yeah, I would love to do like collaborations with other YouTube people and streamers. That will happen at some point. It's just about logistics. But over the next like 2 weeks, I'm probably gonna have some collaborations. I guess I can go ahead and say this now. I was talking with Yasser about doing some stream with like Saruman Chess. He was actually the one that suggested it, which would be pretty cool. And there will be other popular streamers in town. So we'll see. I don't think there's too many options for white here. So I have an immediate threat. I guess he could follow the wisdom of Ben Feingold. But then his king is aligned with my rook. Okay, so he takes, so I take. Wait a minute. There's another candidate move here. I can't play too quickly. I can consider this move. I don't think it works. Even though I would love to play it. I don't think it works because he can play king b1. And then f7's undefended, and I still need to win the piece back. And then my knight's hanging. Yeah, I think I have to take. It was one idea though. I guess now an issue is my bishop doesn't have scope. against his pawn. But the c file's... Whoa, what is this move? Is he about to destroy me? Did not see that coming. That could be very strong, though. So he's sacking a piece, but he's getting a massive pin, whatever I take with. This is bad, because he's going to attack the knight, and then d6 is going to be undefendable. Can I take with the rook? Maybe it makes sense to take with the rook, because then at least I keep the pressure on d3. He's going to go into h6. And then I play like king e7. Maybe I'm alive? Because I think I can eliminate knight take. Like if knight take, queen f4. Or even... like, this is bad. I feel like there's going to be a lot of different wins for white. But what to do? I'm going to play the move which I think gives me the most hope. And we'll see what happens. The problem is his knight is so annoying, constantly attacking d6, which means my queen is tied down. Takes with bishop. Interesting. Well, now I have two pieces for a rook. He still has initiative. He's attacking the d6 pawn and my knight, so the only move is queen e7, I think. It feels like I'm sort of alive. He does have a lot of pawns still. But let's play... Ooh, I have queen g5 too. But then he has knight take d6. And that's bad. Okay, let's play queen e7. There is increments, so I could get low on time and survive. Or anything else? I don't see anything else. Queen e7. Maybe my dream will come true of getting my bishop to a6 very soon. Also, my bishop wants to come to e5. Or, oh no. I just didn't see that. So I was probably just losing then. That was a very strong sequence. That's sad. Well, I won't resign because I have two bishops. And maybe his knight gets sort of trapped. Unless, okay, unless he finds... Oh, he doesn't find it. Okay, I think he should have taken with rook. But let's see what happens. Yes, his knight is not trapped. I'm not even threatening to take the knight. That's really unfortunate. I'm gonna try and fight on here. I think rook take f7 would have been simpler, because then he would have rook f8 in the end, winning the bishop, winning a bishop. It was a very strong game by him. I have to retreat. Hoping for some miracle though. Like his knight is still a little bit restricted. I'm hoping for knight g5. Also, the doctor, thanks for the sub. 99 subs. Feeling the hype. I'm still sad though. This game could have been a fun position. Knight d6, good move. Ooh, knight d6, ridiculously strong move. Because he's attacking two things. It's about time to resign, but I have bishop h6 check. And then I have bishop a6. And then both my bishops are just stuck on this side. And he's gonna just play b4, b5, and trap the bishop. Or that. Chess is tough. What to do? I'm thinking here. I'm not gonna resign yet. I'm thinking. Oh shoot, I lost a bishop. Ah, I lost another bishop. Yeah, okay. Time to resign. Good game. I was hoping for stalemate, but yeah, he's smart enough not to, not to fall into it. Good game. That was a really interesting game. I'm not even upset. Let's go and analyze. I just want to see the opening, because this is something I play as white. I know that the g5 is maybe slightly dubious if white is really well prepared. Ooh, g5. it's here. But this is, okay, this is Lee Chess database. Let's go to Masters database. I'm pretty sure there's a Polgar game. I forget who she was playing, though. Oh, there's actually several strong. Oh, wait a minute. g5, 22 games. Yeah, Polgar against Gavrikov. Mirosevic played this, Grachev. So it actually scores decently for black. Hey, thanks for the comment. Amenula. That's nice to hear. Oh, you would like to play me? I'm gonna do another viewer challenge stream soon, but unfortunately, I think this is the last game because I'm tired and it's already 12:40. That was a long game. Just want to see this opening. Yeah, h3. Most common move. Oh, he didn't play h3. He played d3. And then h3. Oh, this was a strong response. Game kept going. I really wanted to play rook take a2 in this position. I'm seeing this evaluation though. I'm already lost. It's crazy because I during the game I didn't feel lost. It just felt like a really complex position. But I guess white's pieces are just better. Okay, I want to go for a run to do some physical activity. Thanks everyone for watching. I haven't checked the viewership today, but oh, decent turnout. Thanks everyone for subbing. Thank you so much to people who gifted subs. Toilet Noggin and Nathan. I'm at 99 subs. I think we'll celebrate 100 subs for the next stream. So no one sub right now, unless you want to. I mean, can't stop people. So I'm taking off. See you guys in the future. Oh, it's a sub. Captain Sano 89, the 100th subscriber. Okay, well now I guess I have to celebrate. But I'll be celebrating with a run, so and Starbucks happy hour. Okay, bye guys.